What does aid for trade offer developing countries in engaging in the international economy?
Well, aid for trade is designed to facilitate integration of developing countries into the international economy by reducing transaction costs associated with international integration. This has been a major problem in developing countries. As they've liberalized and the economies have become more flexible, they have sometimes met with bottlenecks in terms of taking advantage of the international marketplace. So Aid for Trade was launched in December 2005 as a means to ensure that developing countries were going to be able to benefit from the myriad opportunities offered by the international marketplace.
What were the key objectives of regional aid for trade?
Regional aid for trade is designed to help regional integration among developing countries, essentially. We've seen a very large increase in the number of free trade areas between developing countries in regions of the world, in Latin America, and Asia, and Africa. But this regional integration often has fallen short of expectations because of bottlenecks in terms of infrastructure, in terms of problems at the border, in terms of capacity issues. And regional aid for trade, therefore, can help regions in developing countries actually integrate better at the regional level.
What challenges are faced by regional aid for trade in developing countries?
In this book, as we were going over case stories and our various case studies and interviews throughout the world, we found that there are a lot of common problems that are associated with regional aid for trade, such as the difficulties associated with getting countries to come together to agree with what sort of initiatives that should be spearheaded. There have been problems of insufficient ownership in regional aid for trade projects. There are also problems in the design of regional aid for trade and in terms of how flexible it's going to be in making sure that all the stakeholders have buy-in into them, and into making sure that donors and recipients have the same goals. So I think that a lot of the regional aid for trade issues or problems in developing countries tend to be the same as in terms of development assistance more generally, as well as aid for trade, except that since we're looking at cooperation across several developing countries, it can be complicated for a lot of issues, for a lot of reasons. So I think that even though there are a lot of challenges, however, the net benefits are very positive, and so it's a matter of adopting best practices in regional aid for trade and in pushing through the best projects possible.